I'm going to show you a couple of the methods that I use to isolate my plants from pesky house sparrows and other birds that are attacking my tender foliage. The temperatures in our area have been falling significantly, so much to the point where I feel very confident in my ability to plant one of my favorite crops of the year that grows nearly all year, with the exception of the summer. It's just way too hot to grow lettuce. So I've come up to a favorite nursery of mine up in Redding, California called Wind Tour, and I'm going to grab some 6-packs this year. There's always so many choices here, and we've tried a lot of these different varieties. One that we've had a good deal of success with is just a pack that they put out called Gourmet Blend, and it's a salad blend that has red as well as a number of different green varieties of leafy lettuce. These 6-packs are $1 per cell, and so it starts to add up pretty quick the more of this that you add. So we're going to get out of here. Just a brief window into what this place has to offer. It's a pretty nice nursery. One of the things I deal with here every year is a species of bird called the house sparrow. And this year, for some reason or another, they seem to be a little bit more numerous in their numbers. And we have hundreds of them here every morning that are aggressively targeting some of the things that I'm trying to get to grow. And so when I'm putting in things like lettuce or brassicas or any young tender foliage that comes up, they'll sit there and they'll pick at it until they completely strip it back, and they'll skeletonize it. And so I need to be able to provide some form of protection, and I'll show you some of the damage that they've done on the potatoes that I'm growing currently. And before I even give them the opportunity, I'm going to make sure that I provide the protection to the lettuce that I'm going to be putting in. Here's an example of some of the damage that these house sparrows will do to the foliage of your plants. And this is a potato that was doing pretty well just this morning, and I saw a number of them working this entire bed, and this is one that they've come in and you can see they just strip off all the foliage. I use cattle panel in combination with bird netting to isolate the sparrows from whatever it is that I'm trying to grow. Here's a little closer up view. It's just a 1-inch by 1-inch pretty heavy duty bird netting that goes over the top of this cattle panel. This was made from a 16-foot cattle panel, just cut in half, and then these fit perfectly in my 10-foot beds. This is a low tunnel with cattle panel that I've put together. It's covered with 6 mil plastic, and I remove it during the summer months, but in the winter time I use it for season extension for some of my more sensitive plants. And lettuce isn't extremely sensitive with regard to cold. However, I am going to be planting the lettuce underneath this low tunnel just to provide that additional protection from the house sparrows. I've top dressed this entire bed with a mixture of topsoil and compost from the chicken yard, and overnight I allowed it to rehydrate, and today I'm going to drop in some lettuce. I generally like to plant 30 plants at a time in these boxes. These are 3 feet wide by 10 feet long, which essentially gives me about 3 rows of 10 plants and about a foot spacing apart. In these 2 rows here is Astro Arugula, and then the next 4 rows is a gourmet salad blend, which is just a red and green leaf lettuce that we really like quite a bit. And then these 2 rows is Paris Island, And then the last lettuce that I've got in here is Simpson Elite. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.